Electoral Commission on Sunday morning declared Senator Ademola Adeleke the governor-elect of Osun State after scoring a majority of the votes cast in the governorship election in the state. According to reports, Senator Ademola Adeleke of PDP, that the People's Democratic Party, obtained the highest number of votes in 17 of the 30 local governments in Osun State. Now, lots of people have celebrated with the PDP. Others have come up with various angles and thoughts on why the current governor was unable to secure a second term. What are your thoughts on it? How do you see this? And does this also show the possibility that INEC is indeed prepared? Because many have also commended the fact that this new system of INEC is showing the voice of the people. So what are your thoughts on it?
For me, it's the fact that a lot of people commended INEC for doing the right job, doing it well. A lot of people said it was a free and fair election, and that is what I'm most happy about. You see, politicians will do their thing, but we need to have a system that the people of Nigeria can trust. And it looks like Nigerians are finally trusting INEC. Although we know that the APC said that they're still looking into it, that they haven't given their own, sent their own message to him yet, but they're trying to look into it. But for what we have seen so far, it seemed like it was a free and fair election. He won 17 out of 30, local government council. So I'm very proud of that system, and I hope that this is something that we'll see going forward.
I was happy for him. I don't know him personally, but the energy that was in the air was just refreshing. And the fact that his nephew now was was on ground, playing the politics, campaigning. There were a lot of people in their residence. The fans were just there, like every person just came out in support of our dancing senator. I always appreciate his dance. Some people have yabbed him, to say he's not dancing. He's not dancing. He's not by dancing. But we've had people who have been very, very serious who have not seen anything. Maybe now, when we dance, we can dance into glory.
Hey, nice.
I like when it seems our vote is counting, because one of the biggest challenges towards our electioneering process is that people feel our votes don't count. When we vote, they can still manipulate it at some point, and then we will get a different person. So we've seen it in Edo State. Everybody was shocked because the expectation was you cannot move and decamp and you would win against the federal mind.
So possible.
But we now have a system where people's votes count. And Ambra State also happened. Now, so we've had consecutively where people went against the norm, seemingly, and their votes count. So it might start building confidence of people towards the next round of election to go and vote.
Do we think the Davido factor played a major because I feel, and I say this, yes, Davido happens to be his nephew, but do we want to see more celebrities, high-profile celebrities, be involved in grassroots politics the way Davido was involved? Because in this case, it was his uncle. But just that people have an ideology and decide to back it up and bring fans and followers to participate.
What do you think about that?
So I think that Davido also campaigned for him the last time. And he was very present too, and they were not able to win. Though it was a very close contest the last time. It was really close. Of course, I support the fact that celebrities have following, and their following can make a difference, especially with the 18 to 23. Those young people that probably wouldn't be interested in voting might end up coming for campaigns simply because they want to watch Davido. And when they come for the campaign, they hear what this man wants to do, what he's saying, and they might end up voting.
Unfortunately, APC tried to play that card, and they brought in the portable Zazu. Like, what? You can't do portable and Davido. They're like not in the same league at all.
I was also very disappointed with the other musician that came to, campaign. Yes, because what you follow shows who you are. Nigeria needs to get to a point where we forget about the numbers and look at the quality and the values of the people that we want to represent us. So how do you look at that sort of person, and because you feel he has the numbers, what sort of people follow that kind of person? We should ask ourselves this question. We're looking for a country that will change for the better. we're constantly complaining that our youths are wayward. They are not doing this, they are not doing that. And then you bring somebody who represents what he thinks. He's a good human being, but he has some patterns and traits that no parents, okay, let me start from there. No parents wish their child to be like that.
So what I'm saying is that they've reiterated that bad behavior in who they use as their as the person, you know,
What makes Nigerians like a candidate is not the policy, is not the strategy, it is philanthropy. What makes Nigerians like a candidate? Why people want to vote for someone? What is godfatherism about? How did somebody become a godfather? It is philanthropy. You know, that person, he paid my friend's school fees. He is the one that paid for this person's healthcare. So everybody sees this man, this very nice man. He's a very nice, he's a giver. We run a stomach infrastructure democracy. So the most kind person, the most generous person tends to get into position of influence. He might not contest, but he holds it.
Rocha Sokorocha had a fantastic foundation that was feeding people. No, he became governor.
That's how he became a
yes,
governor.
he became governor.
That was how he became a governor.
Once
I remember in Ibadan, they said, do you know who Adegboyega was? Adegboyega was giving out cows. If you come to meet him and you want to give money, he said, don't give me money, bring bag of rice. So they bring a trailer of rice and he'll be taken into different local governments. It was not selfish. He was extremely generous, a good person. But how did we vote? We now voted whoever a generous person says we should vote for, which means that we are being bought directly or indirectly. So we must start thinking on this line that as long as we are continuing to follow that godfather that is paying hospital bills, paying all of that, we are still going to be controlled directly or indirectly.
But that's our reality.